Hi, everybody. Welcome tonight. It's always got that awkward moment. Are we live? Are we not live? Well, we're here. So we want to say, hey, Merry Christmas, jingle jangle, happy holidays. We're having a good time tonight, going from kitchen to kitchen and showing off some of our Tupperware products. How many of you love new recipes for the holidays? You're always looking for something new, something fun. Well, that's what we got for you tonight. Plus, we're going to do some more things. We have drawings tonight. We're going to give some Tupperware away. And so if you registered, you're in the drawings. If you didn't register, oh no, you need to register. If you registered last time, you're in this time. So just so you know, we kept everybody in the same registration. And so you have another chance to win. And so we like you to be on to win, of course. And so if we call your name, make sure you say, I'm here underneath the chat, because we'll be looking there for that. All right. And so are you ready to get started with some fun recipes? Let's get it started right after our first drawing, our on-time drawing. And so, Jenny, I have a Jenny that's going to help us with our drawings. So you'll hear a voice that comes through. So Jenny, are you ready to push that button?
I
We use
am
a
ready.
random. Okay, we use a randomizer. And so we have all the names in a randomizer, and you just click a button and boom, it pops up on our phone. And so you'll hear that phone voice come through and tell you what the name is.
Okay, we have Paige Brown.
Paige Brown, congratulations. You just registered today. Saw your name come through because I thought your name was so pretty. So I remember that. So this evening while we were having dinner, Paige registered. So congratulations, Paige. Aren't you glad you're here? Aren't you glad you registered? You're the winner of our first Tupperware prize tonight. And so let's move on to our first demonstration. This is Bonnie Alexander. Bonnie is a top rep in the Tupperware company. Actually all three of our demonstrators tonight are top in the nation. And so we're really proud of them. They actually spoke on a national call this week for every business leader, director in the entire nation. So we're really lucky to have them with us this evening, and all of them available for our Jingle Jam cooking tonight. So let's turn it over to Bonnie Alexander. Take it away, girl.
Right, great. Welcome, everybody. I am happy to be here tonight to share with you the easy chocolate chip cookie recipe. How many of you have plenty of time to do all the baking you ever need to do? Anybody? Anybody at all? This is a super easy recipe that you can do with just 4 ingredients. And we are going to use our fabulous whip and mix chef. And this is one of my favorite go-to kitchen appliances right here. Sometimes you need to whip stuff up, you need to mix some things up, and you don't always want to get out your handheld mixer. You don't always want to get out that big old KitchenAid electric mixer. Those are heavy, right? So our whip and mix will do the job for you. And what's so great about this is it has 2 gears. You have like 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. So it will do the light and fluffy sauces and salad dressings, but it will do those thicker batters like brownie mix or cookie dough. It will also do things like whipping up your mashed potatoes, because who wants to do mashed potatoes by hand, right? We can do it with this. You can also use this to shred your cooked chicken. How many of you love to sit and shred chicken? Yeah, no, not me, because as soon as you start shredding chicken with your hands, the phone rings, the kids need you, right? Something is going on and your hands are full of a mess. But you can throw your pieces of cooked chicken in here and it will shred it for you. So we're gonna start off by mixing up, we have a stick of melted butter and 2 eggs. And we're gonna start by mixing that up, and you just set that right in there and it will just turn real easy, and you can flip that around and it's gonna mix that up really nice. Oh, I forgot one of the ingredients. Oh my goodness, here we go. We need our cake mix. So this recipe is super easy. As I mentioned, we start out with our melted stick of butter and 2 eggs, which we just whipped up. And our kitchen shears are absolutely the best in the whole world. If you don't have kitchen shears, you should talk to your rep, because they are definitely the best in the business. So we're gonna dump our cake mix in here. Did you know you could make chocolate chip cookies so incredibly fast and easy? This is the recipe for you. Have you ever had the kids stop by with friends, or they say, oh, mom, by the way, I need something for the bake sale at school tomorrow, or I have to bring treats, and they want cookies, and you're like, what? No way. Now you see, when I put it on this first gear, it won't go. very thick, right? So when you flip it to that second gear, then look, it just goes around. It's amazing. You really think that it's not going to mix, but it truly does. It does such a good job. So this is a full cake batter, cake mix, and we have our stick of butter and 2 eggs right in there. And then because it's, the holiday season, it's always fun to have M&Ms, right? Who loves M&Ms? That's just as good as chocolate chips, and it's a lot more colorful. So we're gonna dump in our M&M, and I'm not gonna quite use the whole bag there. So we're just gonna mix those right up and in as well. You will find once you have this whip and mix, you will use it for so many things. My husband uses this to whip up pancake batter all the time. So if you're pancakes or waffles, this is for you. You could do your scrambled egg mix or your omelet mixes in here. You can actually make whip topping in like 2 minutes in this guy. It's amazing. So one of my favorite kitchen appliances. See how that just whipped that all up? And you can see on the bottom, there's no white powder. It's all mixed up. And you can just real easy flip that around and get some of that dough off of there. And it's so easy to clean because I fill it with warm soapy water, stick that in there and spin it around, and it cleans all the fingers off. Or, you could just put it all in the dishwasher. You can't do that with your mixer, right? And we're gonna bake it in our Ultra Pro. And this one is our larger piece. Our Ultra Pro it's made out of liquid crystal polymer. It's a special material made just for Tupperware. And yes, it's plastic. And yes, it can go into the oven. It's also refrigerator, freezer, dishwasher, and microwave safe. So I use my Ultra Pro a lot for things that I want to start in the microwave, especially if I have a casserole. And I don't want to put the macaroni and cheese in the oven for 45 minutes. I mix it all up. I throw it in one of my Ultra Pro pans and throw it in the microwave to get it really nice and hot and bubbly. And then I finish it off in the oven for like 20 minutes. And I still get that really nice crust on the top from my topping. But I didn't have to wait 45 minutes for it. So I love the Ultra Pro, the versatility of being able to put it into the microwave and then finish off my recipe in the oven. And look, our silicone spatula. I love the spatula because it will clean everything out really, really well. Now, the people who are sad about the spatula are the kids because there's nothing left to lick out of the mixing bowl. So our spatula does such a great job. You can see we've got it all mixed up. 20 minutes at 350, and our chocolate chip cookie bars, or in this case, our M&M cookie bars, are going to be ready to go. So if you need a really fast dessert, quick cookies when you have company or you need something really quick for the next day, this is your go-to recipe. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if there's anything we can do for you, make sure you reach out to your rep, and you can earn any of this for free or half price by hosting a party. Come on in and join us, and you'll get to test out all of our new products as soon as they come out. All right.
We will be sending you the recipes tonight, so get excited. You can talk to your rep about them, and she can get them to you, or you can, we'll get them in an email, whichever you prefer. If you've given us your email, you will get them in an email, all right? So one of the things that's really cool about getting on our cooking classes is you get this fun recipes, and we are professionally have them printed up for you so that you can click on it and print them on your own printer at home, or you can go to an office supply place and have them printed either way. Also, our next cooking class is going to be on January the 2nd. Why not start big, right? So January the 2nd, and getting us off on a good start at 7 o'clock. And so we're going to have a fun evening that night. And so you want to put it in your calendar, and you'll want to register for that so that we'll have a new year, new registration, and you'll want to register for that so you can be in the drawings that night. Let's give it away again. Who wants to win Tupperware? We love to give away a lot of Tupperware. In fact, I consider that my job. My job is to give away Tupperware. And I know I thought you sold Tupperware. Well, actually, my favorite thing is giving away Tupperware. And when you're a host, you earn free Tupperware. And that's one of the coolest things we have going on for you tonight to know about is how you can get free Tupperware. They're actually double crediting our hosts in the month of December. So if you're on tonight and you're just visiting and you're checking it out, you can certainly talk to your rep and say, hey, get me a party link. And a party link means that you can actually have a Facebook party, Or you can actually have all your friends and families over the holidays go ahead and order from your Facebook, from your link, and combine it as a Tupperware party. And guess what? You have until December the 31st to close that out and get double credit with $500 in sales and your own credit for your dating and one more party scheduled, which you can schedule yourself later on or one of your friends can. You're going to get not $75 in free Tupperware, but $150 in free Tupperware that you can go shopping on the website and be able to pick out whatever you want, plus a thank you gift valued around $30. So it all adds up to lots of fun and free gifts. And that's our job, is to give away Tupperware. So let's give it away right now. Jenny, push that button one more time for us.
Marlene Weaver.
Marlene Weaver. All right. So if you heard an echo there, you heard the computer say it first and then she repeated it for us. Thank you. Marlene Weaver, you are a lucky winner. If you're in the chat, go ahead and say, hey, I'm here. We love to see that you are actually here and watching this evening as well. All right. So our next chef is I call her our Italian chef because she's very Italian and she has always great recipes and great ideas. And she's going to come to you with a savory recipe tonight. And so let's turn it over to Loretta DeCenzo Tiber.
Hey guys, I'm so honored to be here with you guys tonight. I wanted to share with you some of the products that you are going to absolutely love in your kitchen because they are all-time savers. So delicious fast cookies from Bonnie. I'm telling you, I made this recipe today and I'm like dying because I honestly didn't have one yet. Okay. They are Christmas appetizer bites. They're like little mini pizzas or a garden fresh tomatoes and just wait. Okay, I can't wait to share. Okay. So first of all, the recipe calls for pesto, and it says to buy pre-bought pesto. Well, not going to happen here. Okay, especially with our Tupperware tools. All right. So I used the supersonic chopper to make a spinach walnut pesto. Now you can modify this pesto any way you want. All right. So there's super sharp blades in here, which I already took out because I already scooped this out and made this pesto ahead of time. But I put spinach, I put the walnuts, which I actually toasted or roasted my walnuts in our Micro Pro grill. Okay. So stay tuned, follow us, and watch our next cooking shows because I'm sure one of these nights we're going to be using this little guy. All right. And in the microwave for grilling. So roasting those walnuts brings out the flavors, gives it a little bit of warmth. Okay. Now you can swap out the walnuts for pecans, pine nuts, almonds, whatever you have around. I mean, if you don't have that, find something you do have, okay? And you can do spinach, you can do basil. If you don't like that really strong basil, the spinach is good because it'll cut back, but I still add some basil in it to give it that basil-y pesto flavor, okay? Of course, you're gonna add some garlic to this and some Parmesan cheese. Now, I use Parmesan for this. You can use Asiago cheese. Either one of them, swap them out. They've got that nice sharpness to them. And I'm telling you, it's going to give you that saltiness flavor. It smells delicious. All right. So a couple pulls, chopped it up really nicely. And I've got some nice pesto. I can grill up some chicken in my Micro Pro grill. I can add the pesto to it. I can do a pesto pasta with that. So you got plenty with just 2 cups of spinach. Okay. So I did that ahead of time. And then I took these little phyllo shells right here. Okay. Now you don't have to make the appetizer bites in here. You could just make it a dip and you can use chips, but wait till you see this. Okay. All right. So I took the phyllo shells. I did crisp them. So I used our Ultra Pro Magic Stack, which you can use the whole stack, but there was the 2 quart casserole, a 3.7 quart casserole, and it comes with a cover that you can use with both of those casserole dishes. But sometimes I just use this part right here. I love it in my little toaster oven, or I'll put it in the oven for quick reheat of something. But all of those little phyllo shells in that box fit inside of here. I put it in the oven 350 and for about 3 to 5 minutes. All right. You don't want them too crisp. I overdid it on the first batch. But anyway, those are going to be great. Okay. And then you're going to take 8 ounces of, it says non-fat cream cheese. You can do whatever you like. If you want the whole thing, that's fine too. For me, my favorite is the 1/3 less fat. Okay, that one seems to be my favorite right here. And I did let it sit out, so it was it wasn't, cold out of the refrigerator. And then I added a half cup of plain, non-fat Greek yogurt. Very good, lots of protein in your Greek yogurt. Okay. And I whipped them up now. And you saw the cookies being made in here, but I am telling you, this whipping mix, chef, is like can't tell you the last time I used an electric beater. Okay, it is faster than your electric beater. I don't want to spin it too fast because I already blended this, but I don't know if you can see, but there's 3 sections here. There's 4 little legs on each one. And every time I turn this handle one time, that is like 232 beats or something like that. Okay. Don't ask me how I figured it out, but I did. All right. And so you can do anything from whipping, blending, emulsifying, doing your salad dressings. If you want to do your egg whites, I'm telling you 10 seconds, all right? And those will be whipped. Now, when you're doing something liquidy, you're going to have it on that first gear, okay? Like your salad dressings, you can even do your homemade mayonnaises, cheese blends, pancake batters. You also have a 4-cup pitcher with a pouring spout. I don't know if you can see that, all right? So when you're making that pancake batter and you need to pour it, it's got that beautiful pouring spout. But what I like is sometimes I have a recipe that needs 3 or 4 cups of flour. And I don't know about you guys, but I'll be, counting them out, 1 cup, 2 cup with our measuring cups here. And that's when somebody calls me or needs me. And then I can't remember if I'm on 2 or 3. Okay, so I love this 4-cup measuring pitcher for that too. So, like Bonnie said earlier, if you have it on the first gear, that is for your liquid. All right. It's not moving. It is not budging. Okay. And like she said, you're like, this isn't going to work. Okay. So you put it on that second gear and it's like magic. And all of a sudden, here you go. And you can blend. And it doesn't matter if you are right-handed, left-handed. We do not discriminate. Okay. We've got tools for everybody. And you can whip up, blend up, and have this done in no time. All right. And here is my cream cheese and my yogurt. And then I added what did I add? Oh, sun-dried tomatoes. Now, I'm really not a fan of sun-dried tomatoes. But I said, all right, let me try it with this recipe. Oh my goodness. You want to do it. If you want, you can swap out the sun-dried. You want the oily ones. Okay. You want the sun-dried tomatoes that are in your olive oil. Okay. You don't want those dry ones. Okay. If you do get the dry ones, you can't find anything. You need to soak them in water so they're not hard. Okay. You can swap out the sun-dried tomatoes for your roasted red peppers. I think that would be a nice swap out too. So either way, okay, whatever makes you happy, but you want that red color in there. And then I added Parmesan cheese. I added Asiago instead. You got it. I took a wedge, those wedges you buy, they're about 5 ounces. Look at this. I use our master system. Okay, another one of our amazing products that you're gonna love this in your kitchen. You're gonna wonder what you did about it. Okay, truly. My husband and I, we make quiche-less crustless quiche almost every weekend, and he's the cheese grater because it's so simple and so easy to do. He's right over there. He heard that. Anyway, right, Steve? Anyway, the master system has so many different attachments. This is the grater shredder. It comes with 2 different size shreds, and also the one I used tonight was the smaller one. It also has a grater and a slicer and all that. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. And so stay tuned to our future cooking show so you can see all these things being used. So I added that Parmesan cheese and everything. I whipped it up, and every once in a while, I would take my spatula and make sure it was blended really good. Okay, now to make sure you get all those pieces on there, just kind of lift it up a little bit and get that batter off. Okay. Now, if you are the kind of person that likes to lick the frosting, this is a good one to use. You got a lot of little spice there. Okay. Anyway, we're not going to do that. Okay. So then I took our punch scoop. If you see this little guy come out, you want to grab this. Okay. When it first came out, I'm like, I don't need that. I can use a spoon and just dollop it in or whatever, But I don't know about you. I do not like touching meat. So this has been the bomb for my meatballs. All right. There are 3 different scoops here, 3 different sizes. I used the smaller scoop. And quite honestly, I only used half of the scoop. I didn't scoop and it was too much for the little kilo cup. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to take a little scoop right here, plop it right down the side of there. It'll stand up on my tabletop so it doesn't make a mess. All right. So I got that scoop down inside of there. And then to make it extra special pretty, I took some sun-dried tomatoes and I patted them with paper towels to get that oil off of there because this is just going to make a cute little garnish right here. Gonna add that on the top of this right here. Okay. Then we're gonna take some basil. Fresh basil is, oh my goodness, it smells so good. And I like to make little ribbons to kind of like do a little accent and make a pretty little garnish. And where you kind of just roll it up. And we're gonna use another one of gonna be one of your favorite kitchen gadgets right here, our shears, okay? You can use a knife if you want to too. But I just kind of roll it up and I'm gonna make cute little ribbons. All right, and that way I can garnish my Christmas appetizer bites. And it'll be coming right up, guys. All right. Cute little ribbons. You can see them, okay? And I'm just gonna put it right on top of my little, look at that. It's so cute. Look at my little appetizer. And this recipe makes more than enough for 2 packages of your phyllo cups, all right? And check it out, guys. Can you see this? Oh, you can see it. I'm coming around. Coming around. I don't know why my screen's not blank. Oh, doesn't that look adorable? You want to have the best Christmas appetizer. I'm telling you, it's got all the colors you need for Christmas. So delicious. And then you can just take the rest of those ribbons and kind of throw them around. If you can make these ahead of time, they're really best to be eaten the next, couple hours because you don't want them to get, but you can't put them in the fridge for days or so. But oh my goodness, have fun with your new Tupperware. Get in touch with your Tupperware rep, okay, your champion Tupperware girlfriend, and schedule your own little live event, Facebook. This is the time. I mean, your house is decorated. Why not have a couple of people come on over and show off your beautiful decorated house and get yourself some free half-price Tupperware. Who's next?
Thank you so much. I did forget to tell them about the half price items. Every host is also being able to choose half price items according to our party sales up to 3. And at a $500 party we talked about earlier, when you're going to double the credit, you're actually getting 2 items at half price as well. And the items at half price are items or sets. So it's really cool. Now, you probably saw some things tonight that you want already. And I have to be honest with you, the Whippet is amazing. You'll love it in your kitchen. The shears, I love. The Great Master, I love. The Ultra Pro that Bonnie showed you. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you what my favorite piece of Tupperware is anymore. Although I really love our cookware, which you haven't seen tonight. So you do need to come back because there's so much of the different items that we can show you. Or you can have a party, either way, whichever works best for you and your family. Okay, so it's time for our 3rd demo tonight. But before we do that, we're going to give away more free Tupperware. So where's our secret voice there, Jenny?
I'm hiding. Okay, here it is. Kimberly Almany.
Kimberly Albany. All right. Congratulations, Kim. And you are the next winner on tonight's fun cooking show tonight. And so we'll be sending you free Tupperware. Isn't it funny? I have a Jenny like Johnny Carson had a Johnny. Some of you are way too young to know what I'm talking about. But you that know, go ahead and give me some love. All right. So, how fun. We are having a great time and we're ready for our 3rd recipe tonight already. And this comes from a wonderful lady named Ellen. Again, top in the nation and just a dynamic demonstrator. So, you're going to really enjoy her. She has some really terrific ideas all the time. Let's hear what Ellen has to share with us this evening. Take it away, Ellen.
Here's Ellen.
Aren't you funny, Jenny? She's just full of jokes today, that Jenny. All right, so I am going to make these little, like, cute little easy little truffles, right? So I'm using gluten-free Oreos because what? Now there's gluten-free Oreos. Yeah. So you can use regular Oreos if that's what you're able to have. But I'm gluten-free, so I'm using gluten-free. So I just kind of was like heating up this chocolate for the end, just so I don't have to do it at the end. But anyways, so I am also going to use our Power Chef, and I'm going to use it to just chop up these Oreos. And I think I need like 22 or something very specific like that. So I'm just going to throw a whole bunch in here. And I'm going to just toss those in, and I'm going to do them half and half, because if you do overload this guy, he does not want to spin. So kind of like me, right? If I get overloaded, I don't want to spin either. I just want to, I don't know, stay in bed. All right. So I just put my Oreos right in there, right? And so I'm just going to, let me tilt this down for you guys to see what's happening. because you don't need to look at me. You want to look at this, right? All right, so I'm just going to put this actually on the countertop and not something that moves. Sorry, it's super loud for those of you wearing AirPods. I'm sorry. All right, so I got this chopped up. Look at that. Perfect, crumbly, yumbly stuff. All right, so I'm going to dump this into my little, that's a bowl. And in here, I already have 4 ounces of cream cheese because everything's better with cream cheese. So I'm going to dump that in there, and then I'm going to add the rest of my Oreos in here, 20 something, 10, 12, 11 something. And I'm going to put those in there. And, you know, the last time I made this, I couldn't try any because I didn't have gluten-free Oreos. So I was really excited to try that this afternoon. All right. So this is super easy. And the first time I made it years ago, the kids, oh my gosh, I couldn't even keep them out of them. And I had made some samples to take to parties and to take to a meeting. And I had precious few to take with me. And then I had to run back to the store to get more ingredients because they just couldn't help themselves. So I am just mixing this, and it just kind of, I'm just going to kind of push it around in here to kind of start getting to the cream cheese to break up. You definitely want to soften that because it'll just make your life so much easier. And so one of the things that I love so much about our products is that they just make your life in the kitchen so much easier. You know, when you have the right tools in the kitchen, you know, I know some people are like, they don't find anything in the kitchen enjoyable. But I have to say, you know, it's definitely not enjoyable if you don't have the right tools. So, I mean, at least for some people, it makes it tolerable in the kitchen. For me, it definitely makes it enjoyable. I actually really enjoy cooking, and I enjoy being in the kitchen. I enjoy trying different recipes and trying different foods and things like that. I grew up kind of a picky eater. And then as I got older, I realized, you know, like it's fun to try different things. I don't like, you know, everything, but I'm definitely willing to try. And so it's just kind of fun to see, you know, the different flavors and stuff and how they kind of, you know, go together and all that. I love cooking with fresh ingredients. This is actually a lot more processed than what I typically eat in the house. But the kids have, you know, kids are kids, right? We try to eat pretty clean in the house. But you know, you've got to have everything in moderation, right? I mean, if you eat this like perfect diet all the time, especially for the kids, then when they have school parties and things like that, you know, they end up, you know, getting upset stomachs because they're not used to, you know, all of that type of food. And that's not, you know, ideal either. So, all right, so this is kind of mixed up. I'm going to mix up just a little bit more with my hands just to make it a little bit easier. And so all I'm going to do is form this into balls, right? I'm just going to form this into little, you know, truffle size, right? And so it's easier just to kind of roll them out. We do have a scooper that I use for a lot of things, but with this, it's just a little bit easier because I need to kind of mush it, right? Kind of mush it together and form it. And then what I do is actually, I'll put this in the refrigerator to cool, like to chill these a little bit to kind of get that cream cheese to not be quite as soft. But I am going to show you how I dip them so that you can see that, because it can be kind of messy unless you have a couple tricks. So I do have a couple tricks to just kind of dip them, so it'll make it a little bit easier for you. So you can make them into cake balls, right? So you can put sticks in them and do it that way. And you can, even if you don't want to make them into cake balls and like have the stick sticking out, you can use the stick to make it easier for your dipping, and then take the stick out, and then you can always just kind of, you know, put some of the chocolate over top of the holes, right? They won't know the difference, right? So whatever's easiest for you, right? I'm not like a baker. I'm not anybody fancy that makes fancy desserts or anything like that. I actually don't do a lot of baking. It's not my forte. I'm more of a cook, right? I'm more of a savory. I don't do a lot of sweets. I like to eat sweets. I just am not very good at making them. But this is something I can handle, right? Because I didn't have to bake the Oreos, right? I don't have to do that. So I had somebody else doing all that good stuff. All right, so easy. I got all those done. And then I'm actually going to put these onto my silicone mat, right? So you can put them onto parchment paper. You can put them right onto a tray. You can put them wherever, right? But the silicone mat's nice and easy because it cleans up so easily, and you can peel it off of here really nice and easy. It's not going to stick and make a mess, right? Let me get a couple new forks because those forks have chocolate already all over them. All right. So I am going to, my chocolate's already I want it to be kind of this consistency, right? So I want it to be kind of a drippy. And I just have that chocolate from that almond bark from Walmart, right? You don't have to be fancy. You don't need Ghirardelli, right? You're good. Just get the Walmart kind, right? And so, I mean, you can do that if you'd like to. But this is just as good. It's very tasty. All right. And so I am just going to take this now. Normally I would go ahead and put this in the refrigerator to again, let the cream cheese not be quite as soft. So it's a little bit more firm. And so I'm going to set this right on top of here. Let me tilt this down just a little bit more. So you're looking more at that. Don't touch me. Oh, I dropped it. All right. Anywho, all right, so I'm using a fork because I'm going to just like pour this right over top, right? So I want the chocolate to go down through the tines of the pork, of the fork. It's been a long day and my words are starting to not be correct. And then I'm just going to tap, tap, tap right on the side of this, right? Or you can take like a knife and just tap it that way. And that will just kind of get some of the chocolate off, and you'll see like at first it was kind of chunky looking, but now it's kind of getting a little bit smoother, right? So, and I just kind of am tapping some of the excess off. And then I'm just going to very gently push this onto, okay, making sure I'm still in camera view here. I'm just going to gently push this right onto the mat, just like that. Easy peasy, right? All right. So we're going to, I'll do one more. And oh my gosh, I did it again. Goodness gracious. Okie dokie. And so, yeah. So we're just going to do this, right? And then, that's it. I'm going to tap this on the edge. And then I have some that are already made up that I will show you. And I was going to make green chocolate to go over top and just like drizzle. And you know what? Something weird happened. When I added the food coloring to this chocolate, it got to a weird texture. And I was like, what's up with that? So I am not drizzling these. These are going to remain white because they're snowballs now. They will not be decorated little cake balls. They are snowballs. And so that's what they're going to maintain. But these ones here, since they're still wet, I am going to sprinkle those with, I don't know, how about some sugar? Like some just like one of those like little, there we go. See, just some of that red sugary stuff, right? So you get one of these fancy things and you can just use whatever you want and just kind of put some sprinkles on top. And there you go. It's super easy. And it's an easy thing that you can take to the neighbors or to the party or just give to your kids or pop them right in your mouth. So there you go, Pam.
Oh my goodness, was that so fun? Is it just me or are they all adorable? All right. I just enjoy them so much. And I think they're so right on with the Tupperware recipes and their ideas. And it makes me want to do every one of those recipes. I don't even know which one I'll do first. However, if you like this kind of thing and you like to learn new ideas, we'd love to have you come all the time. Or just join our team and you'll always be around our fun recipes and our ideas for the kitchen and making your life easy. Tupperware is the solution. We are the solution for so many things. And I hope tonight we either gave you some new recipes, so we helped you out with new recipes, or we gave you the idea of going ahead and getting some Tupperware for free, or we gave you the idea, last but not least, join our team. And we have a special going on this month. And actually, it ends on the 16th. And that is when you join us by the 16th, you are going to get in on some extra free Tupperware. Tupperware always gives you a gift when you submit $100 by the 31st of the last day of the month, which this month is the 31st. However, we have a gift for sure. just join the team. You can do it for the $15, which is like what I call the try me, but it's not really try me. It is you're in 100% a full-fledged Salesforce member, and you get discounts and you can get in on all the special gifts and awards that they give away. Or you can go for the $139 kit, which is a really cool kit. A lot of sampling and all kinds of cool things that you might want to try out, because the advantage of that is giving you a lot of different items that you can play with in your kitchen. If you don't have a lot of Tupperware, you might want that. But if you do have Tupperware, go for the 15 and buy what you want. And we are going to provide you with a special holiday surprise. And it is so fun because it's filled with Tupperware, some branding things. And so you got some extra Tupper branded items. And there's even a pair of socks in there in case you get cold feet. Put on your socks. All right. And so we just want to make sure that you get extra special treatment during our 12 days of Christmas, which is going on right now. And those 12 days of Christmas will end on the 16th. And what are those 12 days of Christmas? Bonuses. All right. Every single day, talk to your Tupperware lady and find out what that day's bonus is and special product deals are, because they sell out pretty quickly and they start at midnight every night. And so if you want to stay up, stay up. But if you don't want to stay up, get up first thing in the morning and get on, because they go. The prices are so good, they fly. All right. You probably have a couple hours every morning, but that's not always the case. I'll be honest. Okay. And so we just want you to know, we hope that you enjoyed yourself this evening. Let's hear from Jenny one more time with a fun name, Jenny. Go push that button.
Aren't you cute? And the button says Tracy Barhorst.
Tracy Barhorst. All right. Thank you.
She's with Bonnie. I see Bonnie smiling on our Zoom.
Oh,
She's
yay.
Bonnie's like, I know
Well,
her.
congratulations, Tracy. You're a lucky winner at Tupperware. Yay. And you know what? This has been so fun. I hope you've enjoyed it this evening, and I hope you will come back and visit us again, or join us, or just call your Tupperware rep and tell her what you thought about the party tonight, because it is a fun party, winning free Tupperware and showing off our products and giving you ideas on what you can do in your kitchen this holiday season. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.